Hello there, mateys. Arr. Today we're taking a look at Peter Pan book by Pierre Lambert. And just get up, I actually wore this when we went on the Disney Wish Cruise. They actually have a pirate night, and it's a lot of fun. They have some really cool things that go on, and then kind of to wrap it up, I guess, they do a stage play on the ship, and then they do fireworks in the sky, and it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun on my Disney cruise. I was supposed to do a video for you, but I had a lot of trouble with the software I was trying to edit. It couldn't manage the files I had. I still have video from it, so I'm hoping I can salvage some of it at some point and share that with you because it was a lot of fun. I'm hoping to be able to do some other cruises at some point, but I had to save our money this year to go on the vacation we are going to have in Europe, and I'm really looking forward to that, especially since I'm really tired of this cold weather. It's been like negative numbers at night and stuff, and I used to love snow, but I don't anymore. And so yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful book. I haven't even opened it yet, so I just saw pictures online, and I wanted to share it with you and continue our look at Pierre Lambert books. These books are kind of on the lower end of his books. Some of his books go for $200 to up to $1,000 on resale, which is pretty crazy. The more expensive ones actually have animation cels in them, and unfortunately these don't, but they do have really nice photos and information about the subject matter. So we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at this book. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm very excited to open this. I've seen it online for a while now, and but I was more into doing trading cards and all that good stuff for a while, but I wanted to get back to book previews. This one I will share a link with you if you're interested in purchasing this one or any of the other ones that you see. Some of the older ones are unfortunately pretty pricey, and they're on the secondary market because they had been published in a while back. I still want to get the Alice in Wonderland one. These are a smaller size than the other books I've opened in the past. Those are larger ones. These go for $75, where those start at $200 and up. And normally, because this is in French, they usually give you a printed sheet, to do the translation, since it's in French, but this time they're actually giving you a very long website address, and I'm hoping I don't rip that part off because I'll probably get that at some point. I don't know if they're trying to save money or something, but we'll go ahead and get this plastic wrapper off. And I do miss looking at books. These are different from the other ones also because these do not have a printed version of an animation cel in it. The other ones did, but like I said, this is kind of a lower end coffee table book, which I don't even own a coffee table. I guess I should get one. It's got a little dirt on there because some of the plastic was already ripped off, but I'm sure I probably can wipe that off. So, and if you're interested in any of these books, I'll do my best to leave you links. I got to make sure this is in frame because I'm trying to do this with a high-up camera, and I tried not to bump it too much. There is a forward, but I'm not going to read it. There's really no pictures that much in the front. There's one. I guess this is from Van Eaton Galleries. They get their images from a bunch of different sources. Some are on auction houses. Some are, I know Heritage Auctions is one, and there are some other ones, and then there's also private collections. There's quite a bit of the intro information. This is a beautiful picture. I just want to make sure, yeah, okay, we're good. This, unfortunately, you can't see it all. Sometimes they also do fold-outs, but I don't believe these smaller books have them. But that's a beautiful picture of the United Kingdom. And I just absolutely love the artwork in these. Let me see what these are. Also, they're also come from Disney's Animation Research Library, which I would absolutely love to go and sit for a day and go through all their different images. That would be so much fun, and yeah, I am pretty excited. It's funny, the ride is pretty simple and rather old at Disney World, and the one in Disneyland. And it's definitely low tech, but I still really enjoy it, and that's probably why there's such a long line all the time, even though it's pretty simple compared to the high tech rides they have these days. But honestly, I just like the old school feel to a bunch of Disney's old rides. And boy, the dad in this family is so mean. I guess he just gets aggravated with all the kids and everything, which kids can get on your nerves sometimes. But and it's so bizarre that they have a dog as a babysitter for the kids. It's kind of strange, but a great story. Visually, I just love the art. And the crazy thing is, a lot of this art that you see in these books is literally only seen for seconds, and it literally probably took people days to paint some of these paintings. But these interiors are really nice. These are more of a panoramic, background. Usually the 10 field, or sorry, 12 field? Is it 12 field? And 16 field. I haven't done animation in a while. Are two different sizes, and I'll eventually be doing some animation cels on my own, so make sure you subscribe for this to see those in the future. I love that photo, and Tinkerbell is so much fun. I actually have a bunch of blank animation cels signed by the actress who played or did the kind of the model of Tinkerbell. That's really beautiful. I would love to have that. It looks like it's an original, and it's Andreas Deja is an animator for Disney, or was, and he has a big collection of original Disney art. I'd have a lot more than I do if it wasn't so expensive, but you got to decide when you want to collect, and you're on a budget and such, that you decide what you really want. But this is kind of the concept drawing, which has an old book feel to it, and then that's more of the animated version. What is this from? Let's see. Yeah. These were also. This is from Heritage Auctions. I used to watch all the auctions on there, but after you try to bid on something, and the price isn't bad, but then all the fees you have to pay later is insane. And that looks like Mary Blair. Let's see. Who is this? Yes, it is. See, I know my Mary Blair. She has more of a childish kid style. And she designed Small World and many, many other things. If you've ever been to the Contemporary Resort, the one with the monorail goes through, she did the giant mural that's in there. But these are just beautiful paintings. And like I said, it's crazy that all that work, and then you're like, well, look at my few seconds of art that appeared. Some more Mary Blair work. And it's funny, although Mary Blair did a lot of concept work, you never actually saw her art used that often. She just kind of was like more, it seems, as a concept artist. Because like I said, you would really recognize her art. And here's some beautiful storyboard ideas, I believe. And like I said, if you're interested in this, I will leave you a link to one of the companies. There's a main company where I buy all my books from. And they were kind enough to send me 3 books that I was missing. Here is kind of like from the picture I used in my background for this video. I love Shmi. He puts up a lot of crap from Mr. Captain Hook. And it's funny, a lot of references in the old movies of smoking and stuff, and that would not be allowed nowadays. There's the background, pretty much the one I used for my background, with an animation cell laid over it. This is a rough drawing. It's done in crayon, it looks like, although I think that's just the translation. It's more like a colored pencil or something. Good old TikTok, not the kind that you got banned. Some more gouaches paintings. And this is a very famous aerial view of the island. I haven't watched Peter Pan in a while. I gotta watch that. Here's some cool animation cells with the cannonball flying by him. But I gotta get back to doing a lot of paintings. I wanted to finish a lot of paintings before I croak someday. I really need to get back to doing that. I absolutely love painting and doing art. But I also enjoy doing these videos with you all, and I hope you enjoy the time I take to do them. I do them for myself too, just because I enjoy sharing educational things with you and just stuff in general. Beautiful animation cells. Some more concept art. And there's another Mary Blair. And there's some very high detailed backgrounds. Same here, the forest. Crazy thing is, a lot of this art you'll never see other than these books. Like, it was never used in the movie, obviously. Like that concept, and then you get this. And then it's so bizarre, isn't it, that back in the day, they had a mermaid that literally looks like Ariel. It's even on the ride. There. She got seashell bra, orange hair, red hair, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, then she ends up having her own movie. They should tie that in some way and make it from a different movie. It'd be kind of cool. There's a bunch of mermaids. This is definitely like an old school book type of art. It's done by David Hall. But yeah, so much of this, like I said, you never see this. Love that. That you do see. And they have this sculpture, rock, in one of the parks in Asia, and it is really cool. They literally have a ship that you can go on, a pirate ship. I think that would have been really awesome. They could have done that at Disney World, really, if they wanted to. Instead of putting Cars Land and stuff in, they could have. I know they already have a Peter Pan ride, but they could have made that area with a boat and something. Because I will, if I live long enough, I will get to Asia and eventually do videos for you there. My wife wants to do more travel videos, so we're really hoping to get there at some point. And I think eventually when our youngest child graduates, we will probably move to Florida, I think. It's probably going to be our plan because we want to be able to go and enjoy Disney more often. And there's the famous scene where he gets, and that's interesting. When you see this art, this picture here, hopefully you can see it well enough, where he's standing over the alligator. It's interesting because the art you often see, he's wearing his full outfit, but in the movie he's actually not. His clothes are actually off of him, which is interesting because I went back and looked for a reference and I'm like, wait a minute, this is really cool. Look how beautiful that sunset is and everything. And that's just background art. Yeah, this animation stuff is truly fine art. There's a rough drawing, still absolutely beautiful. I would love to have that. And yep, we still got some more here. And funny enough, I think in something I saw with a preview for this, they had to put a disclosure that some things are not acceptable now in culture, which I appreciate. I mean, I'm actually part Indian, and I don't know. it's just things in history. It's just the way things were. You can't, I mean, yes, you can change your ways, but it was just things at the time. And they were not, may not have been appropriate, obviously, but it's just history. But I just love this. I wish they would make more books like these. I'm surprised there hasn't been any, because his books are very popular. And like I said, none of this is in English. I mean, some of the title is slightly, I mean, you can figure out what it says. And they have a new Peter Pan ride in Asia, and it is wild. I'm sure it's much more enjoyable there. When I watch it on video on YouTube, I actually follow a bunch of people on YouTube and watch them in the evening with my wife. That's just what we do every night together. And since we're huge Disney fans. And there's a really cool Peter Pan ride that has 3D glasses. And there's a lot of video usage, which I don't like so much, meaning the screens. But then there's also practical effects also on it, and it looks pretty wild. I would like to eventually see that in person. That giant ship. Alrighty, so we continue on. I actually had to stop the video for a second because I've been trying to get something in the mail, and the mail person went by, and I thought she was getting out of her truck to get something, and she didn't get it. And so now I have to worry about getting it out tomorrow. I didn't want to leave it out in the mailbox because something I have is going to freeze. But that's the ending of this book. The rest is just notes and such. There's the back. Oops, let's put this on there. So, if you would like to see more of these, do make sure to check back. I really have fun doing these book previews with you. Alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed that book preview. I really enjoy looking at new books with you, and I have another one in the series. Actually, the next one will be Bambi, and this series of books is actually the lower end of Pierre Lambert books. He has more expensive ones that start off at about $250, and they go up to $1,000 on resale, which is pretty wild. And you wouldn't think books would be as popular anymore, but these type of books are, and I love seeing new ones. There is one I don't have yet, which is Alice in Wonderland, and at some point I'll get that. I did see it, I believe on Amazon, but it was a paperback, and I prefer to stick with the hardcover books because that is how the rest of them are. But these books are definitely the smaller versions of the bigger ones. Perhaps I'll do a comparison at some point. But these smaller ones do not have animation cells in them. The bigger ones have a little, the first few pages after the forward, there's actually like a printed animation cell in them that's really cool. And if you enjoyed Disney books and the cartoons themselves, make sure to check out my old videos. I'll leave a link at the end of this video to some of my other Pierre Lambert book previews. And I really hope you enjoyed them and that you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'd like to wish you a magical day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.